Is Hibikaze Veteran Duelist, coming at you with a Fabled Pendulum deck profile. I recently started trying this deck out and have the cards to build it in real life, so I thought I'd show it on here. Obviously this is digital because I don't have my camera is currently in between charges. However, let's get started, shall we? First up, we have the Pendulum side. We have Lancer Petherius, the level 6, the scale 7, normal old dinosaur that gives all normals piercing. It's just a high scale, it uses a high scale in this deck. I probably, to be honest, don't need it in real life because of cards that aren't in the game. In this game, but it's good for in here, for in this build. I have Dragonhorn Hunter as a low scale. Again, in real life, these are not needed. These 5 are not needed in real life because you have new magicians have come out, and I probably could put the magicians in here and change it to an Odd Eyes Fabled build. For a Fabled Eyes build, but I've tried it, it doesn't always do as well as you think. Moving on, we have Falcourt's Cannon to deal with pesky MSTs. To deal with pesky other pendulum scales. I have in games used it to destroy my own scales to set up a better scale. For instance, I have Falcourts and Dragonhorn, or Falcourts and Falcourts, because of needing to draw power, or you'll see why now in a second. So we also have 3 Flash Knight, again scale 7. In real life these would be changed for Archfiend Eccentric, but I haven't unlocked any on the game yet, so that's why these are in here. We have 2 Fabled Old Ruby Rudra, level 4 tuner, discard Fabled, negate an attack. A lot of Fables you run have effects when discarded. Quite a few of them do. You have your standard Searcher, which is Grimro. If you control face-up Fabled monster, send this card from your hand to the grave. Add a Fabled monster deck to hand. Pretty standard Searcher. I run 2 Blue Dragon Summoner. If it's sent to the graveyard at all, add a Dragon Warrior or Sync or Spellcaster type normal monster from deck to hand. If I sync with it, grab anything but the dinosaur, but my other scale 7. Realistically, I'm only using it to sync with in this deck. I'm not running any tributes, so ideally my god opening hand is Ruby Rudra and him, and another couple of monsters that I'll show now in a sec. 2 Ganesh. If it's discarded, special summon it. If it gains special summon, gains 200 attack and is banished when it leaves the field. Basically, with discard with Ruby Rudra, summon a defense. It also works really well with the next card we will discuss, which is Kushano. If this card is in my graveyard, discard a Fabled monster to add it to your hand. Basically, it's just a straight trade in for hand, but as you can see with Ganesh and other monsters, it creates synergy. Nozuchi, discard a Fabled monster, special summon. You can with the next card. Realistically, I should be running more, and as you can see, I just added a second because I forgot I had a second. I'm gonna cut down the number of dinosaurs because it's not searchable. Sorry about that in video editing, it's just something that happens sometimes. You run 2 Cerebel, which is if it is discarded. I should probably have done this from the beginning, but oops, sorry. I haven't played this in a little bit of time, so please forgive me on that. If this card is discarded to the graveyard, special summon it. Reagan, once per turn, up its level by 1 in 400 attack if you discard any number of cards. He works really well with Cruz, with Cerebel, with Ganesh. You also run Cruz. I didn't get Cruz until recently in real life. 1000 attack, special monster reborn, level 4 level Fabled. Except for the copy of the card you do. So if you have 2 Cruzes in grave, you can summon a Cruz. Yeah, Pegalusis. Flip Foolish Burial. If it's discarded, flip Foolish Burial, or if you have a Fabled in hand. If it's sent to the grave, discard to the grave, special summon it and face down. It also is a tuna along with Reagan, Cerebel, and Rudra. There is a combo in the extra deck that I'll get to in a minute. 2 Dark Hole, 1 Foolish. These are staple core. These and MST are staple cores. They just work really well in the deck. They're just, aside from Foolish, standard tech choice. Destroy everything, destroy every E-monster on the field, mill a monster, MST a spell. I run Lightning Vortex because of discard 1 card, the discard cost. Oh, also a thing to note with things like Cerebel. Works better than Gravekeepers. Because if it's discarded at all, you don't get the cost. You don't have to worry about if it's for a cost. Pot of Dictomy. Alright, slight confession. The next 3 cards we are talking about I do not have in real life, but I wish I did. Main phase, start main phase 1, target 3 monsters different type in my grave. Chef rule 3, draw 2. Can't conduct your battle phase. And Pot of Riches, shuffle 3 Pendulum monsters into the deck from your grave, and I'll face up an extra, draw 2. Can only activate once, you cannot special summon except for Pendulum. I'm trying Pot of Riches, it originally was in my side. 1 Bottomless, destroy or banish. On summon, Cold Haunted. Pulls a monster from the grave. Compulse, return a monster to the hand, and right kick your break. That's it for the main deck. It's still being edited to be improved. This is not the perfect final finished product that is completely awesome. But onto the extra deck. We start off with the Fabled Kadabi. 1 tuna, 1 1 non-tuna. This card gains the following effect based on the cards in your hand. If you have nothing in your hand, you have a wall, a 2200 wall. It sits there and doesn't move. Unicore, if mine and my opponent's hand are the same, negate everything they can, anything activated, negate everything they can do, and destroy them. N and D, N and D. Ally just a catastrophe, battles on anything that isn't dark like it is, destroy it. Reagan, you will notice a pattern here from here on in for the Fabled cards. 1 Fabled, and from these to be honest, 1 Fabled tuna, 1 non-Fabled tuna. Non-tuna monsters, sorry. If you have 1 or less, draw until you have 2. Goyo, pretty standard, destroys and battle, sends to grave. Special summon. Metaphys Horus. Yeah, just a good synchro, generic synchro I don't really bother too much with that. Black Rose, reset button, to be honest, in this deck, more than summon the plant banished, to do the secondary. Valkyrius, 900, discard a Fiend type draw card. 1 Fabled tuner, 1/1 tuners. There is a combo with Scrap Dragon in this deck that works exactly the same as the combo for Belize. Target, you have no cards in hand, you target Kadabi, and you target another card. Only Kadabi, the other card is destroyed. Fabled Leviathan, destroyed and sent to grave at all. Target 3 Fabled monsters add them to your hand. The boss monster of Fables can also add itself back from grave. I've done that many of times, to be honest. I hope you like the deck profile. Sorry, it's not the best deck profile.